And a welcome to you inside Carver Arena here in downtown Peoria. And the Braves non-conference slate rolls on as they welcome in the Missouri S&T Miners. Good evening, everybody, and welcome into the broadcast with Matt McLean. I am Brian Beto, and Matt, Bradley looking for their first win of the season. They got a lot of new faces. It's been evident so far, but the good news, the beauty of college basketball, you got this non-conference slate, got a lot of time to right the ship.
Yeah, absolutely. The Braves start the season 0-2, two tough non-conference losses, but hey, it's kind of a moment now to maybe set the reset button. You have a good game tonight against a Division II opponent, Missouri S&T, who's coming in tonight. Hey, they got nothing to lose playing against a quality D1 opponent.
Yeah, Missouri S&T out of the Great Lakes Valley Conference. Matt mentioned Division II. They have a lot of returners to look out for them, specifically Julian Smith.
Yeah, absolutely. Julian Smith, he averaged nearly 18 points per game last season, leading the team. He's their leading returning scorer. He's at a 15 points per game clip so far this year. A 6'2" guard, really good at attacking the hoop, and a good rebounder as well. And then, of course, tonight, the return of Ville Tavanainen for the Bradley Braves, back after missing the first two games of the season with a foot injury. I mean, what can you say about this guy? He's just lethal from behind the arc. The Bradley lineup looks much different when he's out on the floor for them. Look for him to get involved early and often with the Bradley scoring attack.
Well, Matt, we're about ready to get started. Let's take a look at the starters. First from Missouri S&T. You already highlighted Julian Smith, but there's some good experience on this Miners team and some local flavor as well, or local-ish. Yeah.
No doubt about it. Number 5, Caden Froby, the pride of Lincoln, Illinois. He's a really good scorer, can shoot the ball at a high clip, as well as Dylan Singleton, also from Lincoln, Illinois. So a little bit of local flavor here in the 309 in Peoria tonight for Missouri S&T.
Bradley, on the other hand, similar look with the addition of Tavanainen, like you mentioned moments ago.
Yeah, and absolutely. And we have to also mention Deshaun Henry back after a one-game absence from a non-COVID-19 illness. So those two guys, two of their big returners back in the starting lineup, a big get for Bradley tonight.
Bradley leads the all-time series history 1-0. Second all-time matchup between these two programs is underway as the Miners control the tip. They lost their opener on Friday, had their second game canceled. That was supposed to be against Lake Superior State. Again, Bradley comes in at 0-2 losses at South Dakota State and then home against Howard this past Saturday.
And Brian, just right away, 15 seconds in the game, Terry Roberts, the active hands on the defensive end, a defensive stalwart for the Braves early on so far this season.
Smith guarded by Henry makes it very difficult on Smith, and that's what Deshaun Henry can provide, that versatility to really guard 1 through 5 if needed.
Yeah, great perimeter defense, one of the strengths of his game that's grown the last couple of years. And there you go, driving to the hoop. Another perimeter-based improvement for Deshaun Henry, right, Brian?
Yeah, absolutely, and a guy that's been such a large part of this program the last several years, part of the all-bench team in the Valley a year ago. And it's weird to think this is really going to be his first opportunity as a full-time starter,
right,
given what he's provided this group. As Leon's up and under and draws the foul, fresh off a 16-point performance in the loss against Howard on Saturday. As Malavi Leons will head to the stripe.
Yeah, just a beautiful drive right through the seam there from Leons. You don't see a guy 6'9" kind of glide through the lane like this. You see him kind of go up in the air, a little English, draw the foul, earn 2 shots.
Makes the first. Substitution, Strading's going to come in for the Miners. I mentioned the Braves won the only other matchup between these two programs. That was 4 years ago, a 79-47 win for Bradley. Nate Cannell led the way with 18 points for the Braves in that one.
A nice little drive there by Singleton, getting to the rim. They're going to need to attack the hoop tonight if they're going to keep within striking distance of the Braves. A nice job getting deep, drawing the little contact there. Terry Roberts just swipes down, gets some of the ball, some of the arm as well.
First one up and down for the Miners. Bradley, a modest 2-game homestand. They'll be on the road as part of their Thanksgiving tournament in a much warmer climate. You know, it's not bad in Central Illinois today, but they'll be over at St. Thomas, the U.S. Virgin Islands. starting on Friday.
I think it hit 60 today in Peoria,
Not
so
bad.
that's a heat wave for, you know, middle of November. But I think the tournament weather sounds a little bit better. Maybe they'll play games outside.
That sounds amazing. I'm jealous, I'm not going to lie. We will not, unfortunately, be in attendance.
Not making the trip.
They find TommyWink in his first bucket of the year on the double screen off the inbounds. A nice, easy look for the Braves.
Yeah, absolutely. A nice way to start off your season for TommyWink. Nice little bunny, get your confidence going. Nice to see the ball go in on your first shot of the year.
That wasn't a three, but we know of his prowess beyond the arc. He's the sixth player in school history to make 40-plus threes in both his freshman and sophomore years.
Yeah, and he made 47 last year. He shoots 36% for his career. So, you know, TommyWink's got the green light to shoot anytime. He's got the look as he passes up that one, though.
Roberts knocks in a three, a whistle away from the ball. The basket's going to count. Who's the foul on? It's going to go on Stroding. So the Braves will have another opportunity, but good start from Bradley from the perimeter.
Yeah, no doubt. TommyWink passes up a look. He's got two guys running out towards him. That's just knowing your personnel. So Missouri S&T runs out to that. Know he's going to be a three-point. Great extra pass to Roberts, who knocks down the three. You know what? Bradley could have a 6-point possession. Not quite.
In and out from TommyWink. And you got to look at Brian Wardle now in his 7th year here in Peoria, approaching 200 career wins, 100 at Bradley as well. And his staff also with him for his 7th season. With Drew Adams, Mark Barton, Jimmy Foster. They're actually, the longevity is tied for 2nd in the NCAA with those guys part of the staff now in their 7th year. Only one that's been around longer is Bob Huggins' crew at West Virginia. Pretty nice run for this group.
Yeah, great company to be in. And there's something to be said about the consistency, you know, of having the same staff year after year after year. Your players become more familiar with what they to expect. Really just a great job by the Braves being able to keep that staff together. And, you know, they get along, too. You don't stay along together that long without, you know, enjoying each other's presence.
Singleton guarded by Roberts. Froby back to a cutting Singleton and one. A very strong move by Dylan Singleton, the freshman out of Lincoln.
Yeah, that was the Lincoln connection right there. Froby with the little pass. You see Singleton kind of gliding down the lane back door. Great finish there by Singleton, high off the glass. You see him cutting to the great catch and the finish.
Mikey Howell's going to check in for Terry Roberts, Howell, the grad student, the all-time assist leader at UC San Diego. And you like what he brings to the table. Definitely a different dynamic that we see from Terry Roberts.
Yeah, without a doubt. It's just unreal floor vision. I mean, this guy sees the entire floor. He brings something a little bit different as a left hand, so the defense isn't quite always ready for it. So kind of a natural point guard for Bradley.
TommyWink knocks down his first triple of the year off an offensive rebound. Something that the Braves have done quite well. Averages get skewed early on in the season, but the Braves 20th nationally in 16.5 offensive rebounds per game. They had 23 on Saturday against Howard, and that's something that isn't necessarily an aberration because they've done so well in that category in previous years.
You know, it actually might be a stat, too. They went maybe a tad lower, too, because you're making more shots then, right? But that's kind of been the caveat early on as TommyWink, another one up in the air, this time fouled.
Yeah, no question about it. And TommyWink liked the aggression early from the junior from Helsinki, who averaged just under 9 points per game a year ago. Again, if you're just joining us or missed the first 2 games, this is his first contest of the year.
And Brian talking with Ville just briefly before the game, too. Just, hey, how's the foot doing? How's it hold it up? He says, you know, it's feeling better. Happy to be back out on the floor. Not quite 100%, but just still at this point, you know, kind of getting back into that game shape. But so far, so good for Ville. I mean, he's lightened up 7 points in the first almost 3 minutes of the game.
Lane violation on Leon's. As Connor Hickman's going to check in, the freshman from Bloomington, Indiana.
Yeah, sorry, Brian. A little full court pressure here from the Braves. Maybe get a turnover here.
And you love the physicality from Hickman, who started the first 2 games, coming off the bench, finds Leon's a 3, a little too strong. Good verticality from Froby to take that one away.
Yeah, it's definitely a shot that Bradley wants to get early in the shot clock coming off a turnover. Able to get a good look for Leon's, just not able to go down.
They're looking for Kamara in the post, instead driving in Estrading, who appeared at 59 games at Colorado, now a grad student for Missouri S&T. Quickly the other way, Henry is fouled and will shoot 2.
Yeah, again, Henry just able to get so deep in the post there on the feed. Realizes kind of he catches the ball, get ready to make a post move. Nobody on him, so he goes up. Here comes the help. 2 guys swarm him. Get a chance at the chariot stripe now for 2 for Deshaun Henry.
Looking for his first points of the night. He had 10 points in the opener, and again, missed, as Matt said, missed the game on Saturday against Howard with a non-COVID related illness. Get another look. See the other sideline near the top of your screen. You get a look at Bill Walker in his 2nd season at Missouri S&T. He's been part of the Great Lakes Valley Conference for a while now. He had spent the previous 5 seasons at Illinois Springfield. Following his shot is Singleton, twisting and turning and nearly getting the and one, and he'll shoot 2.
Really impressed what I've seen from Singleton so far. Able to kind of drive, get to the hoop, kind of just scrap his way around, misses the first attempt, gets his own rebound, sticks with it. Great hustle here from Singleton, just kind of outwilling the Braves on this one.
Pair of substitutions for Bradley. Jason Kent, who started last game, will check in, and Max Icano also will come in, and they really liked what they saw of Icano off the bench on Saturday. Brian Warder really praised his effort and toughness in the time that he got on Saturday.
Yeah, and you see Icano bringing the ball up the floor. That's kind of rare. You see a point guard at a 6'7" frame. He can kind of do it all. He's a really good facilitator right there. Is a good pass to Hickman for the 3.
Great look at it for Hickman, couldn't quite knock it down. Kent tried to preserve the possession for Bradley, could not. The Braves have done a good job on Smith in the opening 4+ minutes.
Yeah, they knew they had to kind of take away some of the scoring, and so far he hasn't gotten any clean looks whatsoever.
Kamara missed it, but the offensive rebound.
Vivid Seats, your ticket to soul-raising, heart-racing, 100 beats per minute. What are we wearing? Once-in-a-lifetime memories in the making, bumps like a goose brisket for tailgating, reach for the universe, rapid breathing, can't catch my breath, top of lungs singing. This is it. The moment is now. Can you believe it? Wow. Get your tickets at Vivid Seats. Life happens live.
'Twas the holiday season and joy filled the town, except for Scrooge, with his perma-frown. The gift of a Peloton bike did touch his soul. Riding fast, flowing proud, getting hella swole.
You can do it! I'm doing it!
Was Scrooge a new man?
Yes!
Oh, without doubt. When your workout's a joy, it's a joy to work out.
Now 15:34 remaining in the half.
While his neighbors were asleep, our man Scrooge was digging deep. The Peloton bike brought motivation galore.
Work Peloton!
His workouts were lit, and he kept finding more. As the seasons changed, Scrooge got fit until he called out,
Child! What day is it?
It's August 19th.
The kid returned with a shout. When your workout's a joy, it's a joy to work out.
I'm coming home, baby.
The ride of your life is closer than you think. For the first time ever, buy your new car entirely from home with Nissan at Home. Delivered direct from dealer to driveway.
Now, real soon.
Welcome back to Peoria. Brian Vito and Matt McLean with you. Good to see fans back in the stands here in game number 2. First game that we've done where we've had fans going back a couple of seasons now. They're looking for the first win of the season from the home team. And Matt, you highlighted Ville Tavanainen in the Open, first game of the year, and he has come out on fire to start.
Yeah, 7 of the first 13 points for the Braves. You know, just a really good job coming out, getting an easy bunny at the hoop, kind of build that confidence, knocks down a 3. You know Ville Tavanainen's going to do that, and I kind of said in the Open, the offense just looks so much different when Tavanainen's out on the floor, and Bradley's had a really difficult time to start the season with their scoring and getting behind in holes, as what happened in the Howard game last time out, and plus the opener at South Dakota State. So a really good job by Bradley coming out and just getting some points on the board and not falling behind early on.
And the Braves have 2 of 5 from 3, and they've gotten good looks tonight, right? So
oh yeah, absolutely. Really good ball movement so far too from Bradley. Just I would say the big thing right now is defensively, you got to stop Missouri S&T from getting to the hoop. They've had a couple nice looks from close, and a couple offensive rebounds as well have earned them some few points.
They already are 7 of 7 from the foul line.
Yeah.
The Miners contributed largely to this tie game thus far. They're shooting 43% from the field. Bradley inside the arc has been phenomenal defensively. They want to do obviously a better job at the arc, but forcing opponents to just 37%. Again, small sample size, 2 games, but that's been a staple of this program the last couple of years as well. And that's going to be a blocking foul coming on Strading, who tried to sell it. Fisher wasn't buying.
I like the idea by Strading. He's kind of on the island there where Rink kind of backing him down, getting ready for maybe a left-handed hook shot. Takes it right in the chest, but it goes against him, and now Bradley is going to have the 1 in the bonus.
Yeah, it's 1-1 here.
And Brian, excuse me, Rink's been kind of the catalyst for Bradley in terms of scoring so far this season.
Yeah, double-double in both of his outings thus far. This is the front end. 11 points, 15 rebounds in the opener, 13 points, 10 rebounds on Saturday. He's the first Brave to record a double-double in his first 2 games since Marcellus Somerville going back 18 years.
That's pretty solid company, I would say. Not too bad.
And Ari Boya set to check in. He'll come in for Mast. Boya, who's played 13 minutes thus far this year as they continue to ease him in, the rising senior out of Cameroon.
Yeah, and he is just a defensive stalwart for Bradley. I mean, anytime he's on the floor, the other team knows as a long 3 ball there by Smith. He finally gets his first points.
Entry pass to Boya, who spins both ways, blocked by Kaba Kamara. Jump ball is going to be called. It'll stay with Bradley. And you had the 2 7-foot trees going at it underneath.
Yeah, that's going to be a fun matchup. Keep those guys in there. I want to see them bang around a little bit. But and again, another great hustle play there by Froby. Comes over as after Leon gets the loose ball and just earns the jump ball. It's going to stay with the Braves, though.
Powell inbound. Foul on Smith. It's going to go for holding Hickman. So Hickman will shoot the 1 in the bonus here. 12 combined fouls called in the opening 5:18.
Yeah, the defensive discipline's been a little lackluster so far in terms of the fouls. Going to be a lot of free throws from here on out the remainder of this first half.
Go, EU.
Said earlier, Hickman started the first 2 games, the first freshman Brave to start a season opener going back 5 years with Koch Barr and Darryl Brown Jr. And someone that Braves fans are going to be really excited to watch mature over the next 4 years, already making an impact.
Yeah, and Hickman, you see right away, he's got a great physical stature too for a guard. He built up really well for a freshman. He's got a nice body size.
Powell's going to push it to Kent. They swing around the horn. Hickman, who gets the ball screen. Hickman spins from the elbow, fouls his own shot, but it's going to go back to the Miners. As Henry will come back for lay-ons.
Nice opportunity there from Hickman just to kind of take the dribble drive off the switch. He knows he's got a little advantage on that 101s. Spin into the lane. Just missed it, but a nice look there for Connor Hickman, kind of creating his own shot.
Froby working on an alley drill on Howell. Sahin Anthony is swinging around. Dump it down low. Kaba Kamara. Right hand and one.
Great move there by Kaba Kamara. Just able to get the little kiss off of the glass and off of the rim to bounce in. Impressive post move as the Miners showing some might here early on.
Singleton and Kevin Lagarde to check in for Missouri S&T, who's opened up a 3-point lead. Mohamedou Kamara does convert on the old-fashioned 3-point play, recently at Cal State Northridge.
You see a little zone here from S&T, kind of switching it up a little bit. Bradley adjusting. Get the ball in the middle of the zone there. You got the weak side pass.
They found the skip to Howell, closed out well by the Miners. Flash to Kent, intercepted by Froby, ahead to a cutting Lagarde, excuse me, and the Braves come away with the rebound. Kent ahead for Henry, who wasn't ready for it, and taken away.
And here we go, S&T, they're getting out on the fast break too, kind of getting to the rack. Nice take by Froby. Another second chance opportunity. Bradley's got to clean this up. Get a good possession here, get a good shot.
Entry pass to Henry. Out to Howell for three, that's good.
And fouled. Just what the doctor ordered for the Braves. Howell steps into that three ball, the lefty shot. Up and in, gets the contact as well. Some nice momentum building here for Bradley if they can get this 4-point play opportunity. Henry sees that double team in the post, wide open. Howell knocks it down.
Second three of the year for Howell. He had a team high 4 assists against Howard. And he'll try to even things back up at 19. And he does.
Go, BU! Go!
Froby, who had 9 points, 4 rebounds, 3 assists in the opener for Missouri S&T, brings it up. Smith guarded by Henry, right side. 3 is off the mark. Chased down, however, by Lagarde. Long 3 from Smith is no good, and Tavanayan secures it for Bradley.
But again, another second chance opportunity for S&T. He kind of slides under there. Smith gonna try to get the charge, but too deep. I think he was under the cylinder on that one.
Yeah, they pointed immediately to the restricted area. And that's the 10th team foul on Missouri S&T, so 2 free throws upcoming for Ari Boya.
It's good to see Ari Boya on the court, healthy early in the season, kind of have a good full off season, you know, kind of building him back up after an injury last year. He's had a couple of injury-riddled seasons with the Braves, but kind of as we've mentioned, he is just a force, and when he's on the floor defensively, this team is just, I mean, they're tremendous.
You know all the numbers, guys.
Absolutely.
They do not lie when it comes to his presence defensively and when he's on the floor in games that he plays and how it affects the opponent's field goal percentage. It's been evident throughout his whole career, and to your point, good to have him on the floor to begin this year. Micah Johnson gives to Froby. Swings it back to Johnson. Right hand blocked by Boya, and there's some evidence. Even if you're not a numbers person, there's the visuals right there.
Numbers don't lie, but so too. How about that? A little block shot, and then it's going to bounce back off of Micah Johnson. Going back the way to the Braves, and see another look here at this block. High off the glass.
Henry goes opposite the screen and flushes it home.
Great job there. Boya comes over for the screen. The defense sags too much. Henry, the great perimeter drive, the two-handed flush. Bradley with a nice little run here to regain the lead.
7-0 run by the Braves. They lead by 3, 11:53 to go in the half. You're watching the Valley on ESPN.
Located inside the Holiday Inn and Suites Peoria at Grand Prairie.
Dear Exit Strategy, all your pieces are in place. A tranquil lake, a serene sky, an emerald forest, a secret hideout. Thanks for being there, just when I need you most. Always Toyota SUVs.
Get 1.9% APR for 60 months on a new CHR, Sienna, RAV4, Venza, or Highlander. Find yours at Toyota.com. Toyota, let's go places.
Arch Madness. It's all about
the excitement,
the fans,
the history,
the big moments.
Shoots at the horn. Good! Good!
It's all about
the madness.
To make it to the tournament.
And March,
it begins here.
I'll see you in St. Louis.
Visit archmadness.com for ticket information.
You get a look at Kaboom. And then you heard probably Dave Snell's call, or could have, of Kaboom after that Henry flush to make it a 22-19 lead for Bradley on a 7-0 run. Both teams doing a really good job getting the foul line. That's been a big story here in the first half, Matt. Missouri S&T 8 of 8 from the stripe, Bradley 9 of 12, and that's been key to their success. Both teams with 5 field goals and really getting it done from the line.
Yeah, no doubt about it. Kind of struggling a little bit offensively from the field, but hey, take points wherever you can get them. For Bradley, a really good job there with the 7-0 run currently, just to kind of take the lead and kind of assert themselves a little bit to see if their defense can keep it up as they get a little full court pressure and a steal.
And it works. TommyWink, another flush from Henry.
How about that? Back-to-back buckets off the two-handed flush from Deshaun Henry, heating up.
Henry now with 5 points to go along with the rebound and an assist.
And Brian, how many times have we talked about Bradley's execution out of timeouts? A timeout, they put the full court pressure on, a little trap on the first pass, and they get the turnover and an easy bucket. A little bit of momentum going the Braves' way now with that air ball 3. They're going to try to pull away here maybe at about the halfway clip of the first half.
Now Froby coming up well short on the 3-point attempt. Howell to bring it up for the Braves. To a cutting Henry, led him a little bit too far.
Yeah, that's the right idea, and that's the guy you want, cutting to the hoop. As we've seen back-to-back two-handed flushes from Henry, but just a tad too strong by TommyWink on that pass. You got to remember, it's first game back for him, first game of the season too, so knocking off a little bit of that rust.
More one-on-one pressure by Bradley in the backcourt. This time it's Howell. Smith, who had 15 points in the opener, gives to Lagarde. Caught up in the air, TommyWink with another steal.
Yeah, great defense as well. TommyWink sets it up.
Last 3 field goals have all been dunks for the Braves.
And they want to get out in transition as well. Great pass ahead to Leons. The two-handed slam. Bradley getting the rim rocking.
Lagarde's step-back jumper. Batted away. Leons let it go. Bill Walker thinking that was off of Bradley, but the Braves will possess.
Yeah, he's just hoping for a bounce right now to maybe get the opportunity to stop this 11-0 run for the Braves. See offensively if they can get a good look here. Tavanina coming off the screen.
Oh, what a beautiful give and go. And in the circle yet again are the Miners. I believe that's the third time they've been in the restricted area, even if they were set. And Mass will shoot 2.
They get another look at this. Great passing. 1, 2 quick passes up the floor. Leonce runs the floor tremendously well for a guy at size, 6'9", 210 pounds. And you see it right there. He can finish with the best of them.
Best All-Missouri Valley third team in the preseason. The only underclassman to garner that attention on any of the 3 teams preseason in the Valley. So he's getting those accolades and he's getting off to a great start. He makes a pair there. Go along with 4 rebounds and an assist. Smith has it sent into the first row by Henry.
And that gets the Bradley bench up and fire. Look at that. Swatted about the 3rd row. Great athleticism there by Deshaun Henry. Closing down the little gap there in the block shot.
They go underneath to Kaba Kamara. Great position underneath and 1.
Beautiful execution there. He got so deep there on the post. Kaba Kamara just kind of used his body to kind of get a little bit closer. Flips it up and in. The late foul call as well for the chance for the old-fashioned 3-point play.
It's the second of that variety potentially for Kaba Kamara. Foul to bring it up.
There we go. S&T drops back into a little bit of a 2-3 zone again. So Bradley quickly identifies that. They got 20 seconds to work with here.
Hickman steps into a 3. Great look at it. Saved in by Leonce, but apparently he stepped on the baseline.
Oh, that was fun. A little behind the back flip. Nonetheless, not going to matter. The Miners going to take it out.
Trotting gives to Lagarde with 2 points, 8 rebounds in the Missouri S&T opener. He began his career at Southern Idaho and then was at Mineral Area College in familiarity with Leonce. Kaba Kamara has one spin off.
Yeah, nice facilitation there by Froby. A little dump off to Kaba Kamara. Can't get that one to go though.
Here comes Henry again!
Oh my goodness, Deshaun Henry right down the middle of the runway. Throws that one down with emphasis. Wow.
Unbelievable. His 3rd dunk here in the half has ignited this crowd.
You think he's feeling better?
Wow.
Oh my goodness gracious.
Smith, look at the long arms by Leonce, gets the steal. And they got a little too ambitious. Striding a great move by Leonce, had it blocked. It'll stay with Missouri S&T.
Oh, what a fun sequence right there. Both ends back-to-back or down the floor action as Henry. My goodness, there's some contact on that too, Brian. I think he's got something to maybe say, hey, that may have been a foul too, right through that. The weight room, Deshaun Henry just kind of rebuilt his body the last couple years as well. The pure strength he has, and he just looks tremendous.
That's Matt McLean at the Y right there.
Yeah, on the
down.
On the 6-foot hoop.
Exactly. Striding from Wassenaar, Netherlands. I apologize if I mispronounced his hometown. He's had a good game for the Miners. He's got 7 points, tied with Singleton for team high honors. Bradley led by Henry and Tavaninen. Both players that they did not have on Saturday.
Yeah, and Brian, pregame we talked with Coach Wardle and talking kind of a little bit about leadership and, you know, having those 2 guys back out on the floor. I mean, you can just see the difference in terms of the confidence the guys are playing with and kind of the direction. To have those guys out on the floor makes such a huge difference.
Yeah, a lot of newbies, right? And newcomers have actually accounted for 57.3% of the team minutes so far this year. Nearly 3/5 have been encompassed by people that weren't here a year ago.
Yeah, and when you count walk-ons as well, there's 8 newcomers on this Bradley team. I mean, it's just a tremendous amount of new faces and influx in terms of, hey, how many guys are scoring. I mean, you mentioned the percentage of points for Bradley are coming from newcomers. It's just tremendous to see the kind of production they're getting from those guys so far early on.
Smith makes the first. He started and played in all 20 games last year for the Miners. Started both games so far this year. He did average nearly 18 points per game. And he makes good on a pair.
And the Braves have made it difficult for him here early on. You know, the first 12, 13 minutes of the game, Smith hasn't had too many good looks.
Just inside the arc, there's Kent.
Look at Hickman.
Hickman fighting for it. Boya secures another chance for Bradley.
Great hustle there from Hickman, getting down there with the trees, earning a second chance opportunity here for BU.
Roberts, pick and roll. Boya throws it down.
It's just a dunk contest right now. Great little two-man game there as Boya just flashes to the hoop, takes one dribble and flushes it down. We've seen a lot of two-handed slams here.
7 second chance points for Bradley, 12 in the paint. They lead by 7. Smith gets caught in the air, finds Johnson near the timeline. Johnson had it maybe partially blocked, at the very least influenced by the Bradley front line.
Yeah, Boya got a piece of that one, definitely.
Roberts floats one up, no good, follows his shot, and he keeps it alive for Bradley, who will have it out of the timeout. 6:52 remaining in the half. The Braves have opened up.
'Twas the holiday season and joy filled the town, except for Scrooge, with his perma-frown. The gift of a Peloton bike did touch his soul. Riding fast, flowing proud, getting hella swole.
You can do it!
I'm doing it!
Was Scrooge a new man?
Yeah!
Oh, without doubt. When your workout's a joy, it's a joy to work out.
You don't have to wait for your new truck or SUV. Drive home today during the Black Friday sales event at Upstring and Pekin. New Rams in stock and ready to roll. Bighorns, Laramies, Limiteds. See the Ram experts and get the truck you want today. With 0% for 72 months plus factory bonus cash. Plus, the all-new Grand Cherokee L is here and we've got them. With extra loyalty and conquest bonus cash all month long. Bring us your trade and ask for Ian because we want them all. During the Black Friday sales event at Upstring, Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, Ram, and North Pekin.
MVC student athletes are positively impacting the communities where they live by sharing views and fostering a climate for change for future Valley pioneers. To learn more about mobilizing voices for change, visit mvc-sports.com/OneValley. Back here in central Illinois, Bradley on top of Missouri S&T 32-25, and home game number 2 for the Braves. Bradley used a 13-0 run to catapult ahead, and out of the timeout, they get a look to Boya in the paint. Hands to Roberts. Step back 3, in and out, and the rebound to Anthony.
I really like that look from Bradley. Little two-man action off the pick and pop. Roberts steps back, gets a good look at the 3, is not able to go down.
That's been sort of the key, right? 2.5 games in, as they've gotten some good looks, and this is a group that they expect to shoot really well from 3.
Certainly.
They have the personnel to do it. Throughout the course of the year, we expect some of those numbers to even out.
I mean, the identity of this team has been, being able to make those 3-pointers, and as we've mentioned so far throughout the season, offensive rebounding at a tremendously high clip as well. So, heck, why not shoot it? And if you miss, you got a great chance to come down with a second chance. And they've been good looks, too, within the flow of the offense. I mean, look at that.
There's
beautiful
another
pass.
Again, can't go down. There's Jason Kent, a 6'7" sophomore out of Oak Forest, Illinois.
And he's a guy who can really heat up. Remember the game last year at Missouri? He had a couple big threes to come down, and you know, we've seen him do that in flashes, just being more consistent.
Lob to Henry, comes down with it and reverses it up and in.
Another great example of running the floor, getting out in transition. Deshaun Henry, so good at getting ahead of the action. And Bradley's got the guards that can find him ahead of traffic as well.
It's almost weird when he doesn't, though.
Right.
They're looking for Kamara. Boya on the floor gets the steal. The Braves picking up the intensity. Roberts the other way. Finger roll up and in.
And S&T just has not been able to stop the ball in transition. Bradley just at will running the ball, getting it deep, making extra passes. And when the ball's not stopped, it's going to be really difficult to get a defensive stop there. So Bradley doing a good job getting out in transition.
Again, I'm looking at some of the other ancillary numbers. And when you're not that Charlie's shooting a terrible percentage from three, they're 33%, 3 of 9. When you're not hitting your shots maybe the way you'd like, it's important to do some of the other things. They have 16 points in the paint, 8 points off turnovers, 7 second chance points, and 9 fast break points, including what we just saw. So they're doing it in different ways.
Yeah, that makes it really difficult as well. Not saying anything bad about Missouri S&T, but you're seeing a little bit of the difference between a Division I team and a Division II team. A Division II team coming in, they played a tremendous first 10 minutes of the game.
Yeah.
But now you see just a few mistakes set in, and Bradley able to go on this big run, including a 13-0 in the middle of it. I mean, it's really difficult to kind of claw your way out of that. Bradley doing a good job kind of stepping up a level and taking it to the minors here.
Froby to bring it up. Tavanainen on Smith. Blocked by Henry, who did great to get around that ball screen. Tavanainen, ball fake, sidestep, 3. Another really good look.
Absolutely, another opportunity there. You know, S&T didn't stop the ball. Howell gets deep, gets to the three-point line. Nobody comes to him, and just a wide open look. There you go. S&T gets on the two-handed slam scoreboard.
Great feed and snagged out of the air by Froby. He was second in the Great Lakes Valley Conference last year in steals. And he gets one there, and now you can see why he ranks so highly in that category.
Yeah, no doubt. He's got some tremendous athleticism just to kind of go up there and high point that ball. NBA, that could have been a clear path foul maybe, but Froby kind of ahead of the pack. Nice job by Bradley to kind of stop him before he gets away, and see a replay of that Kamara two-handed slam.
Michael Apaya-Brafo checks in for Missouri S&T along with McGarty. Foul to bring it up. Mass squares up, top of the key. Back to Howe. He's left open for 3. Henry keeps it alive and gives the Braves another second chance opportunity. They swing it out to Mass, squares up from deep. That one too strong. Henry there again, and one.
Look at high point that basketball, one hand up in the air, comes down right back up. Able to score it in the paint, plus the foul. Deshaun Henry has just been getting everything he wants down low. He's up to 11 points for the Braves.
5 of 6 shooting, 1 of 2 from the line. He's got 4 rebounds and an assist, and he's got his team up 11, 3:52 to go to half.
Jake from State Farm. If you here, this must be a State Farm commercial.
Sure is.
It also means it's about to go down.
Oh, don't worry, Chris. Things are gonna go surprisingly great.
Oh, I've been doing this for too many years. It means something about to go down. Oh no, here it comes. Jake, protect yourself!
Have a nice day. I told you, surprising. Just like State Farm's surprisingly great rates.
Who are you talking to?
Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
Dear Exit Strategy, all your pieces are in place. A tranquil lake, a serene sky, an emerald forest, a secret hideout. Thanks for being there, just when I need you most. Always, Toyota SUVs.
Get 1.9% APR for 60 months on a new CHR, Sienna, RAV4, Venza, or Highlander. Find yours at Toyota.com. Toyota, let's go places.
The difference between a good building and a great building is craftsmanship. It's about taking pride in the finished product. It's about being a professional. Unlike other construction companies, you work with Morton Building's craftsmen, from conception to completion. From the plant employees who roll the steel, to the company driver who delivers the materials to the construction crews. Every one of them are Morton employee owners who take pride in exceeding your expectations. Discover the Morton difference today at mortonbuildings.com.
Bill Walker and his team trying to break this Bradley run. 23-8 in total is the Braves' run. Large in part due to the play of their senior returning from illness, Jashawn Henry. He has really sparked this fire for Bradley here the last several minutes.
Just a total physical specimen, running the floor, getting up, throwing down with authority. How about this for Jashawn Henry? I want to talk about what do you want out of your 6'6", 230-pound senior forward. 185 pounds, he can bench press 21 times. 44-inch vertical jump. He runs a 4.5 40. We're talking about a special athlete, and just a tremendous guy on and off the floor. A great leader for the team. Henry's been doing it all.
So some impressive measurables to say the least, and he now has 12 points. Again, a guy that has come off the bench a lot due to a very strong, crowded front court, but he's acted like a sixth starter, so to speak. But he averaged 10 points per game a year ago, which is actually the most by a Bradley bench player, meaning someone that didn't start all that frequently, going back 27 years with Aaron Zobrist in 94-95. So that's a lot of points off the bench. Has really provided a lift to starter on the bench, whatever the case may be, for Bradley during his career here.
And for all intents and purposes, Jashawn Henry the last 2 years has been a starter. He plays starter minutes, right? And it's just one of those things, your starters, they begin the game, but it's who finishes the game. And Jashawn Henry has been so consistently solid for the Braves the last 2 years. Poised to have a really great senior year this year if he can stay healthy.
Leons has got the matchup, gets the help, and finds Mast. Good recognition underneath by Leons once he saw Kaba Kamara come over to help.
That's just textbook big man game, block to block. The help comes over from the side, just a quick little, hey, I'm open. Shovel pass over. Nice little 1-2 big man game there from the Braves.
In the paint, Kent able to stay on his feet. Smith is guarded by Tabanainen. Long range three, rims out.
And those are the shots that Smith has to take because, Bradley's really keyed in on him as the main threat offensively, and he's forced to take about 25 footers.
Kent for three, in and out. Leon's there, tries to clean it up, and does.
Wow, tremendous body control there from Malavi Leons. Just kind of goes up, feels the contact, no foul, but just throws it up with one hand and gets it to go.
Again,
great finish.
Leon's had 16 on Saturday. He's got 6 points, 2 of 3 shooting so far tonight. As the short baseline deuce goes down from Micah Johnson.
And Bradley's going to use their first half timeout.
So Bradley leading by 14. Again, we'll take on, I said earlier, they'll be at St. Thomas in the Virgin Islands this weekend. They'll be playing against Colorado State on Friday, who's had a lot of success as a program in recent years. Tournament team, seems like almost every year. Then they'll play based on that result and the result of Brown versus Creighton. They'll have that result. And Creighton, as we know, of their prowess not only in the Valley in the past, but what they've done recently. Brown's got a heck of a squad as well, very experienced. So even after tonight, I know we still have a whole half left. Really good opportunity for Bradley to showcase themselves against some really strong programs over the Thanksgiving break.
And regardless of win or lose in that first game against Colorado State, the Braves are going to be playing 2 very quality opponents. So a great opportunity for them. This early in the season, Brian Wardle's been saying, these guys are learning, we're learning as a team, which rotations are working, and chemistry-wise, all of those things are going to be tested to the very extreme max this weekend. So this is a great opportunity tonight to kind of be prepared for that and get some of those rotations maybe figured out.
Entry pass taken away in the corner. There's Kent.
And that's what he can do, Jason Kent. Really great three-point stroke. You know, the Braves pride themselves on having about 6 or 7 guys that can shoot a high percentage. Kent near the top, coming off the bench, one of their best three-point shooters.
Well, they have 5 players came in averaging double figures. Again, I should preface everything by saying it's a small sample, but a good start for Kent. Step back jumper and a great answer on the other end by Kevin Lagarde.
Beautiful little step back by Lagarde. 3-ball good.
Kent tries again. That's good.
And there you go, back-to-back possessions. He can heat up quick. He does not need an invitation to shoot. He has the green light whenever he's got a good look. And again, defensive kind of lapse there by the Miners.
Kent was in double figures twice all of last year, double figures in the first 2 games already this year. Running for Boya just off his fingertips and out of bounds.
And just look at the pace that Bradley wants to play at, though. I mean, Ari Boya running the floor there, 7-footer. Henry, the pass just a little bit too long, but you like what the Braves are trying to do tonight, getting out in transition. They want to play a quick pace and get those easy buckets when they can.
Smith to bring it up, the sophomore out of Fort Worth, Texas. Lagarde crossing over on Henry to a slashing Froby. Somehow got it over Boya. Impressive move by Froby.
Yeah, great little cut there on the baseline by Froby. Beats his man back door. Great pass to him as well. The lefty finish off the glass for Froby's first points. Field goal, I should say.
About a half-second differential shot clock to game clock. Howell possesses.
They got the switch, but a good double team.
Taken away, and then a whistle on Howell trying to grab Lagarde. It's probably a good foul, or otherwise it would have been an easy 2 on the other end.
I'm having a little bit of a PTSD moment, flashbacks of the Illinois game.
I was
from last night.
Where you were going to go in.
Oh, man, but hey, I mean, not saying anything about the Illini, but just in terms of, hey, end of the half, end of the game situations right there, got to take care of the ball. You really have to just take pride in the ball and making sure you get the last shot there. Something for the Braves to work on.
So Lagarde now with making 4 points. Braves with 3 seconds. Howell tries to get a look, and it's off the mark. And that's how the first half will end. Bradley with some highlight reel plays in that first half. We'll take a look at them coming up. Trailed by as many as 4, but they lead by 13 here at the break, and Carver will step.
Find the silver lining in flight delays. Vacation starts at the airport with Centurion Lounge Access.
But maybe I should go anywhere interesting.
One of the many reasons you're with Amex Platinum.
'Twas the holiday season and joy filled the town, except for Scrooge, with his perma-frown. The gift of a Peloton bike did touch his soul. Riding fast, flowing proud, getting hella swole.
You can do it! I'm doing it!
Was Scrooge a new man?
Yeah!
Oh, without doubt. When your workout's a joy, it's a joy to work out.
Halftime at Carver Arena here in Peoria. Bradley leading Missouri S&T 49-36. And Matt, we talked a little bit going into the break about upcoming schedules for Bradley and what they have on the horizon. You're going to look at Missouri S&T first. They'll be up against Arkansas, Monticello, then Southeastern Oklahoma State right before Thanksgiving. And then you see their after Thanksgiving slate as well as they look to get in their Great Lakes Valley Conference slate. They didn't play any non-conference a year ago due to the COVID shortened season. All conference games a year ago, so good exposure for them to get outside of their league for a while.
And that's a really good D2 division as well, conference of the GLVC. We saw the Braves play in an exhibition, UIS, Illinois Springfield. They had a couple really good players, so they're going to have their hands full in that conference this year as well, but showing good promise tonight against the Braves.
Bradley on the other end, we talked about the matchups, Colorado State, potentially Brown and Creighton, and then that third matchup depending on some outcomes of some other games. They'll be back home next Saturday after Thanksgiving. We'll have that one for you on the Valley and ESPN against Maine. And then a change in the way the conference schedule is slated, meaning there's one game across the league for each team that they play in the midst of a non-conference action. So Bradley actually will be home against Northern Iowa.
How about that?
On Wednesday, December the 1st to kick off conference play. Then they'll get back into non-conference, and then they'll resume Valley action early on in January. So a change from what we've seen in recent years.
Yeah, and that's the MVC's attempt to kind of stay away from the holidays, give these guys the Christmas and New Year's time off. That's special time for these kids, and maybe get home and be able to do that. So a change in the Valley, but nonetheless, December 1st, we're going to have Valley basketball. That'll be fun.
Well, we got another half here that we got to get through, and right now Bradley has a 13-point lead on Missouri S&T. We'll set this.
Why go back to reality when you could go back to the pool? The last day of vacation is still vacation. With guaranteed 4 p.m. checkout at over 1,200 fine hotels and resorts properties. One of the many reasons you're with Amex Platinum.
The ride of your life is closer than you think. For the first time ever, buy your new car entirely from home with Nissan at Home. Delivered direct from dealer to driveway.
49-36 is your halftime score. Brian Vito with Matt McClain. As we get a look at our first half highlights, and there was plenty from the Braves, specifically Deshaun Henry, but some really good work on both ends from Bradley, and some good work as well by Missouri S&T.
Yeah, the Miners kind of came out and set the tempo, really. And Bradley kind of responded about halfway through the first half, a 13-0 run. Thanks in large parts to plays like this from Deshaun Henry, Malavi Leons, just kind of getting down the dunk show. How about that one from Henry, right down the lane. Yeah, Ari Boya getting involved in the action as well. You know, Bradley's doing a great job getting out in transition. And S&T sticking in it, 13-point game here at the halftime break.
Let's look at the numbers, and a few that are really skewed towards the Braves. I don't know about you, but what stands out outside the assists, which is pretty impressive, 11 assists on 16 made field goals for Bradley, but they're really dominating on the board.
Yeah, absolutely, a 12-point advantage there on the boards. Bradley's been able to get 9 offensive rebounds as well. We talked about the high clip that they're getting on the offensive glass so far this season. A big advantage there. For the Braves, one place to clean it up, though. They have 9 first-half turnovers. You want to lower that for sure. That's on pace for 18 in a game. Get that a little bit lower. Maybe have some momentum going into the second half. Get that clip a little bit lower.
And let's see if the Braves can continue on getting some good looks offensively, shooting 50% from the field, getting some good looks from the outside as well. And they lead by 13 at the break. We'll take.
You got it. How easy was that? It was just a swipe.
Finding your new favorite spot. Piece of, no, you really have to try this cake.
Oh, wow.
Get exclusive access to sought-after restaurants. One of the many reasons you're with Amex Platinum.
The ride of your life is closer than you think. For the first time ever, buy your new car entirely from home with Nissan at Home. Delivered direct from dealer to driveway.
Just about ready to get started in half number 2 between Bradley and Missouri S&T. The Miners again out of the Great Lakes Valley Conference Division 2. Bradley, with their second all-time matchup against the Miners, won the first one 4 years back. And they have a 13-point lead. We went over some of the team statistics. Individually, Bradley leading the way for Bradley, I should say, is Jashawn Henry. Only player in double figures for either team. He's got 12 points. 9 different Braves have scored so far in this one, Matt, and it showcases good balance as they continue to figure out in their rotations, tweak their substitution patterns, things like that, as they get more comfortable with each other as a group and get deeper into non-conference play.
Yeah, a really great balance, as you mentioned, when you have 9 different guys score in the first half, and you know, shooting a really high clip as well at 50%. So these guys are getting quality shots. And you know what I like about it a lot too, on 16 made field goals, they got 11 assists. So it's not like they're out there playing one-on-one hero ball. It's great extra passes to get these good looks. And a lot of them are coming off in transition, as we saw in our highlight melt in the last segment. Bradley's doing a really good job of getting those high quality looks as well.
Yeah, and those assist numbers, you feel like they could be even higher, because even the shots they've missed, especially particularly at the three-point land, have been great passes to set up those catch and shoot opportunities.
Yeah, and then no doubt, and I think for both teams as well, you want to come out and clean it up defensively a little bit. So many fouls early on, especially in the first half. When I think about the beginning of the game, the Miners come out, and Singleton was tremendous. He picked up 3 quick fouls. And it seemed like the last 15 minutes of that first half, you know, they were kind of bossing the game a little bit with their Lincoln guys going the 1-2 combo, Froby and Singleton, kind of really, you know, dictating the pace of play early on. So get him back in the lineup, maybe see what the Miners can do. But for both sides, just clean it up a little bit, especially on fouls and the turnovers.
You mentioned the foul line, and both teams frequented it in that first half. 14 of 16 for Missouri S&T from the stripe. Very impressive. Bradley also really strong, 12 of 15 for 80% from the line. And as you mentioned, Singleton on the bench for much of it due to those fouls. He's coming back out to start the second half after he had 7 quick points for the Miners. Also, Ryan Parker, who's been a mainstay for them as well. We didn't see a ton of him due to 2 quick fouls as well. He's back in to start it for Missouri S&T. And Ryan Parker, and something you and I talked about beforehand, same high school, a couple years apart from Connor Hickman.
The Bloomington South in Indiana, what a program they've had.
You're not kidding. When COVID interrupted their season 2 years ago in Hickman's junior year, when that group was 26-0.
Wow.
Number 1 ranked team in Indiana.
Talk about heartbreaking to lose the season in those circumstances, but many of those cases around the country.
Whistle and a foul is going to go on Roberts. That's his third too, so we saw his minutes shortened a little bit as well with 2 fouls in the first half, and he's going to have to come out 16 seconds into half number 2.
This is going to test the Bradley guard position too as well, because Roberts is, you know, one of their primary ball handlers. So we're going to get an extended look at Mikey Howe and Maxi Kono here in the second half. So get a nice look at those guys. Roberts is really great defensively, so we'll miss his presence battling these 3 fouls.
Singleton now 7 of 7 from the foul line, leads all Miners with 9 points. Howe off the stagger double ball screen, lost it on his way in. A whistle and a foul is going to go on Froby. That's his second. I feel like every time there's a foul, you need to check if that person's a foul trouble.
Absolutely.
So many calls. Quick pass to Leons, and he lays it in.
Yeah, like the Miners are maybe just a little asleep there, switching to a 2-3 zone, and Leon's wide open on the block. Great pass there by Mikey. Mikey Howell just dishing it in. Easy bounce pass for the bucket. Solid defensive possession here. All of a sudden, 10 seconds here for S&T. Trying to create a shot opportunity. Good switch as well.
Tough look at a three and knocked down by Julian Smith, part of the Great Lake Valley's all-freshman team a year ago. Leon's back up top to Tavanainen. Howell, pick and pop for Mast.
A beautiful little set there for Bradley, though. You got to respect the three-pointer of Rick Mast, and if you don't, you see right there, two defenders go right with the ball. Rink's going to knock that down at a pretty high clip as well.
Singleton to bring it up again. Howell mirroring him. He's caught. Finally gets it away to Smith.
You see the length on the perimeter here that Bradley has. My goodness. Making every
Camara went up with it, couldn't get it to go. Mast the rebound. That's his sixth board. Tavanainen in transition for three. Henry gives the Braves another opportunity. Swing it to Howell, ball fake back to Tavanainen, same spot. Different result as he buries the triple.
Don't give him two chances, you're not gonna miss them both. Well done by Billy Tavanainen, and a great second chance opportunity to keep the play alive and the possession alive as Bradley gets another triple.
10 points now for Tavanainen, 3 of 6 shooting. Smith gives to Singleton, backing his way in. Pump fakes, goes up, can't get it to go. Howell wrestles it away. In transition, Henry's got some space. Has it taken away by Parker. And now Froby, good active hands by Howell. And they're gonna say it's off Bradley. Whistle on Henry.
Trying to fight through that screen, grabbed a little bit of the jersey on Smith, it looked like. They're gonna run that same set.
Mast is fronting Camara, and he intercepts the pass.
Yeah, well said, Brian. You saw that kind of develop, get the steal. And here's another opportunity for points off turnover for Bradley.
Leons gives to Howell for three. Tipped out. Smith is there. He's going to run the other way. Goes up, and they're going to say that Howell was in the restricted area, and it'll be 2 free throws coming up for Smith.
Yeah, Howell got there, beat him to the spot, took it right in the chest, but it looked like his back heel on that restricted zone half circle. So good recognition there by Smith. Taking it all the way to the hoop. You see right here, yeah, Howell definitely in that half circle. 2 shots for Smith.
Braves have done a good job on Smith. He's got 8 points, but on 2 of 9 shooting. Hickman and Roberts to come back for Bradley.
You see right there, it was just a little quick 3.5 minutes for Tavanainen. Going to really work on his, his match fitness, and don't want to overwork him on the first game back for him coming off that foot injury.
Zone for Missouri S&T. The Braves find the seam. Interior passing, they tried to go back to Leons. Maybe a little too unselfish.
Yeah, it looked like Roberts was open on the far wing, but good job there by Bradley. The recognition, spaced the floor really well. Some wide open passing lanes. Just unable to get a shot there.
Henry puts it on the floor. Jump stop. Great strength, sticks with it, and lays it up, and lays it in.
Yeah, it looked like Camara got a little piece of it. Otherwise, that would have been another two-handed flush maybe by Henry, but great little presence there to stick with that play. And he gets another bucket down low for Bradley.
Going right is Froby. Parker from 17, no good, and an over-the-back foul is going to be called, I believe, on Froby. And that'll take us into the break. 15:59 to go. Bradley with a 14-point lead.
Jake from State Farm. If you here, this must be a State Farm commercial.
Sure is.
It also means it's about to go down.
Oh, don't worry, Chris. Things are gonna go surprisingly great.
Oh, I've been doing this for too many years. It means something about to go down. Oh no, here it comes. Jake, protect yourself!
Have a nice day. I told you, surprising. Just like State Farm's surprisingly great rates.
Who are you talking to?
Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
Dear Exit Strategy, all your pieces are in place. A tranquil lake, a serene sky, an emerald forest, a secret hideout. Thanks for being there, just when I need you most. Always, Toyota SUVs.
Get 1.9% APR for 60 months on a new CHR, Sienna, RAV4, Venza, or Highlander. Find yours at Toyota.com. Toyota, let's go places.
The difference between a good building and a great building is craftsmanship. It's about taking pride in the finished product. It's about being a professional. Unlike other construction companies, you work with Morton Building's craftsmen, from conception to completion. From the plant employees who roll the steel to the company driver who delivers the materials to the construction crews, every one of them are Morton employee owners who take pride in exceeding your expectations. Discover the Morton difference today at mortonbuildings.com.
56-42 as the Braves and Bradley honor a veteran, and we missed that last year with nobody in the stands, but everyone gives a standing ovation. And with Veterans Week just less than a week ago, it's good to get back in that habit and have the whole crowd standing and cheering with Chris Reynolds, the Director of Athletics here at Bradley.
A wonderful tradition that they've had in place for the last several years, just to every game honoring a veteran. We don't do it enough, and really great to see moments like that.
Braves will have it. It'll be Leons, Roberts, Mast, Hickman, and Kent. And Roberts, who has been limited due to 3 fouls, will bring it up. He does have 5 points and 3 assists, so he has contributed even with the lack of minutes thus far. Comes up short this time. Leons keeps it alive. Power dribble up and in.
Yeah, great job there, Leons. A little one hand, puts it across the body. Able to get the rebound. Little sticky glue on his hands there. Maybe some stickum to help get that one magnetized to his hand. Great job by Leons, keeping the play alive.
Bradley now with their largest lead at 16. Roby, right wing 3. Roberts skies out of the air, and he's up and running.
Ooh.
Roby tried to get in his way, picked up the foul. That's his 4th.
Well, that's one way to stop the ball. We were talking in the first half how, the Miners got to pick up the ball and transition a little bit more. How about a little headbutt? It's not going to feel too good in the morning.
Roberts off the ball screen. Hesitation dribble, lays it up and in. Nifty move by the junior.
Absolutely, a little hezzy drive there by Terry Roberts. Gets his man on skates, goes right by him.
He scored 15 in the opener. That was a team high. That's the most by a Bradley player in their Bradley debut since Dwayne Lotier Ogunleye had 18 6 years back in 2015. That was a 1-point win against Ball State here at home. Good start for Roberts, and now has 7 points on 3 of 6 shooting tonight.
Getting a little chippy underneath between Strading and Rink Mass, but no harm, no foul there. Gonna let him keep playing.
Let's go, Bradley!
On the low block, slashing it is Singleton. Had nowhere to go. Rotting picks it back up. He had it poked away. Singleton gets it back and lays it in with the left.
That's where he was so good in the opening minutes of the game, getting to the hoop. I'm really impressed with what we've seen from Singleton in his limited minutes.
Mass back to the basket. Puts it on the floor. Out to Hickman for three. Short. Leon's there again to clean it up. No. And a whistle and a foul. Is that on the, it's on the shot.
I think so, yeah. And Leon's again keeping the play alive. We get a look at it. Hickman, a good shot. Leon straight up. Can't get that one to go. Late whistle. It is on the shot though.
He now has 11 on 5 shot attempts. He's 3 of 3 from the line. Again, the D1 NJCAA Male Athlete of the Year. Not just basketball, Male Athlete of the Year is Roberts with a good hang time, puts it home.
And a little bit too much extracurriculars after the bucket. Roberts, you know, pleased with himself that he gets that bucket, but he yells in the opponent's face, and Brian Wardle saying right there, that's something that we got to clean up.
So technical foul is going to go on Roberts, and as a result, that's his 4th. As it will count as a personal, so.
But again, we kind of mentioned it in the first half. It's a learning lesson, okay? So you learn that here. And, you know, luckily no harm there on the first free throw, but just another example there for Terry Roberts. A good lesson to the whole team.
Bunch of substitutions. The Braves changed the front line with Boya and Henry, and Maxi Cano also back in.
Bradley going to pick up a little bit of full court pressure here, maybe some token pressure just on the ball handler. Oh, a tough screen there.
That gets clipped by Stroding. Spin move by Singleton, influenced by Boya. Icano looking to press. Kent drives in, gives to Boya, who's fouled from behind.
Yeah, nice dribble penetration there. Looked like maybe got away with a little bit of a travel there for Boya and Kent, maybe both of them, but regardless, gonna get a trip to the charity stripe here as you see Kent drive, great pass. Just unable to finish for Boya, but trip to the line.
Boya makes the first 4 points, 2 rebounds. Camara coming back in for the Miners.
And this is a part of Ari Boya's game that he has been really improved on, is that free throws. We see him miss the second one, but you know, every year he's climbed up free throw percentage-wise. His freshman year, about 42%, 50% his sophomore year, and last year, you know, in his 9 games that he played, up to 67%. So, you know, Boya's going to get a lot of opportunities down there if he's in the game. He keeps improving from the free throw line, though.
Look, I thought they showed that was on Kent, or at least I saw that on 20. He wasn't even in the play. Either way, that's number 2 on Kent.
That's one of those, okay, I'll take it, because I don't have too many fouls. The Bradley lineup right now doesn't have too many foul issues with the current 5 that are on the floor, but yeah, Jason Cannon, I'll take it. Keep it off one of the big guys.
Howell and Roberts both have 4. 4 for Froby for the Miners. Singleton and Smith also have 3. Left side, Henry with the burst. Gives to Boya. Reverse layup, no. Fighting for it, wrestles it away from Camara, and a late jump ball is going to be called. It'll stay with Bradley.
I like seeing him, you know, let him play a little bit under there, but you know, Bradley's going to get the jump ball here. There was 3 seconds on the shot clock, so looks like they're going to get a reset to 14 here.
It was one of the more entertaining jump balls I think I've ever seen.
No doubt.
The size of those 2 guys. Icano, Kent pops out.
Great box out there, well done.
Camara up to Singleton. Smith gives back to Singleton. Pump fake. Lagarde's three is not there. Boy, the rebound. Icano's gonna bring it up quickly. Underhands to Hickman.
Wide open.
Ken is wide open. Not this time, and a foul is going to be called on Henry.
They want Jason Kent taking that shot, but he hasn't been able to get the open ones tonight. He hit back-to-back possessions. He hit 3 balls earlier in the first half, but was not able to get that open shot down.
Singleton to walk it up. They're looking to post up Camara. Again, the Braves really staying in front of him. Don't want him getting it down there. Smith steps back after creating some separation. Couldn't hit. Icano the rebound. Running with it. Henry splits the D and the reverse. No, but he's fouled.
Yeah, how about that? Splitting the defense, like you said, Brian Vito. My goodness, a little acceleration. That's that 4-5 speed that we saw kind of getting between the two defenders there. Gets to the rim. Not able to finish on the reverse. You see here another look. Getting to the other side of the rim.
And Henry, the senior out of Saskatoon, Saskatchewan. This is the first. Froby with those 4 fouls will come back in. Also with 4 fouls, Roberts comes in. Henry splits a pair, lead back to 20. And Bradley bidding for their first win of the season on the young season, just the 3rd game.
They got him in the post. Now here's the fun, the Twin Towers again. Looks like Boya's got him on this one.
Lagarde between the legs.
Great defense there on the baseline by Boya. Just 5 to shoot now.
And Boya intercepts the pass. Tavanainen off the ball screen, well short.
Oh, great hustle.
Ran after it,
yeah.
And standing out of bounds was Lagarde when he touched it on the hustle from Ken, who just never gave up on the play.
Yeah, came out of nowhere on the backside and just great heads-up play to tip it off. Lagarde earned another possession there for the Braves.
The Braves will have it out of the timeout, 11:32.
My daughter has type 2 diabetes, and lately I've seen this change in her.
Once weekly Trulicity is proven to help lower A1C. It lowers blood sugar from the first dose, and you could lose up to 10 pounds. Trulicity is for type 2 diabetes. It isn't for people with type 1 diabetes. It's not approved for use in children. Don't take Trulicity if you're allergic to it. You or your family have medullary thyroid cancer or have multiple endocrine neoplasia syndrome type 2. Stop Trulicity and call your doctor right away if you have an allergic reaction, a lump or swelling in your neck, severe stomach pain, changes in vision, or diabetic retinopathy. Serious side effects may include pancreatitis. Taking Trulicity with sulfonylurea or insulin raises low blood sugar risk. Side effects include nausea, vomiting, and diarrhea, which can lead to dehydration and may worsen kidney problems. Ask your doctor about once-weekly Trulicity.
I'm coming home, baby. The ride of your life is closer than you think. For the first time ever, buy your new car entirely from home with Nissan at Home. Delivered direct from dealer to driveway.
Braves by 20 here in the second half. It's mid-November, but March will be here before you know it. March Madness tips off March 3rd through 6th in St. Louis, and the MVC Fan Hangout at Ballpark Village is the best place to celebrate before and after games. Visit the MVC Fan Hangout to enjoy Ballpark Village restaurants entertainment, and everything Arch Madness. For more information, visit archmadness.com. Click on Fan Hangout. And I would agree. I've been there during Arch Madness after the Braves won 2019 and 2020 championships. That's where I was.
Yep, and last year, talk about having fans in the arena. That was weird, being down at the Enterprise Center, not having fans at the Valley Tournament. Really, really eerie, but
no doubt.
Happy to have him back this year as we have a Deshaun Henry hard fall there.
He's getting up gingerly, walking it off. Appears to be all right.
Fell pretty hard on his left hip.
Yep.
Let me take another look at it. No mouse on that one, just trying to box him out, but that's not going to feel good.
That's the 7th team foul on the Miners, so one of the bonus coming up for Henry. Still favoring that left hip.
You're going to give him another half second here. They're going to talk about it.
By the officials.
Yeah.
Give him a second to walk it off here.
How about that? Makes the front half of it.
So 16 for Henry. 1 rebound shy of a double-double. He's 6 of 8 from the floor, 4 of 6 from the line. Now 17. His career high is 21 that he set nearly 2 years ago here at Carver against Valparaiso.
Here we go. See some full court pressure from Bradley in the backcourt. Vili Tavanainen's going to pick up his first foul there, a little ticky-tack foul, but I always like to see Bradley and what they do here with the full court pressure and what they drop back in. They got a couple of different defenses that they throw at teams to kind of keep them on their toes. And that's going to be the 7th foul for the Braves as well. So Missouri S&T in the bonus the rest of the contest.
Micah Johnson, the 6'8 sophomore, no good on the front end.
Oh, that rebound. I think his hip's okay.
Forces that rather than flatten the ball. Tavanainen hesitation dribble, bounce pass on the entry to Henry, who fades and is well off the mark. Anthony on the low block, trotting, backing his way in, turns, nifty reverse layup, gets it to go.
Yeah, really nice move there by Alex just to keep his pivot foot as he glides across the lane. Nice little reverse finish for 2.
Roberts gets his defender in the air. Great position underneath for Mask, and that's too easy.
Yeah, and Roberts gets so deep there, and Mask kind of sees he's got the positioning on his guy, so he just seals him off, gets the rock. Easy little finish there from Mask in the lane. He's up to 6 points.
Johnson spins baseline. Can't get the bounce.
I've been really impressed with Missouri S&T. Some of their players be able to go one-on-one, create some shots. Just haven't been able to get many of them fall. How about that?
Look at that reverse spin by Terry Roberts. Gets the oohs and the ahs from the crowd and his own bench.
Yeah, the bench liking that one. Riley Berger is definitely liking that one.
Ready to hop out of my seat myself. Very impressive move by Roberts. He now has 11. 4 assists as well. And that'll let us to break. What a move by Roberts, and he's got his Braves up 24 here at home.
Since 1907, we've been One Valley, breaking down recruitment barriers, hiring coaches to lead our programs, and developing the country's next set of leaders. MVC student athletes are positively impacting the communities where they live by sharing views and fostering a climate for change for future Valley pioneers. To learn more about mobilizing voices for change, visit nvc-sports.com/OneValley.
Casino, located inside the Holiday Inn Suites Peoria at Grand Prairie.
Arch Madness. It's all about the excitement, the fans,
The history.
the big moments.
Shoots at the horn. Good! Good!
It's all about the madness.
To make it to the tournament.
And March, it begins here.
I'll see you in St. Louis.
Visit archmadness.com for ticket information.
Dear Exit Strategy, all your pieces are in place. A tranquil lake, a serene sky, an emerald forest, a secret hideout. Thanks for being there, just when I need you most. Always Toyota SUVs.
Get 1.9% APR for 60 months on a new CHR, Sienna, RAV4, Venza, or Highlander. Find yours at Toyota.com. Toyota, let's go places.
Bradley crowd back, Bradley band back. You're just ahead of Thanksgiving break. Still got 9 days away, but I'm pumped for Thanksgiving.
Get the turkey going? You got your turkey pot?
Got the turkey, the stuffing. You know, I think I probably talk about this every year. I'm one of those guys that gets really mad that stuffing's only offered at Thanksgiving.
Hey, I'm a stuffing guy as well.
I had to get it in because our next game's not till after Thanksgiving. So.
Well, then you might have some leftovers right there for the long car ride, you know?
For a significant period of time. Kelly Vaughn comes in off the bench and knocks down a 3 for Missouri S&T. As Bradley had opened up its largest lead at 24.
Chance to work here on their zone offense, too. S&T sitting in this 2-3 zone. That's what it's all about right there.
Underhand shovel to Roberts. Nicely done.
You got to get bodies moving. Got to get the ball moving against his zone. Great job there by Terry Roberts, cutting to the open spot. Gets an easy layup because of his hard work.
And Roberts, who came over from Florida Southwestern State, all-time leader in steals at that school, 3rd in assists, 8th in points, filled up the stat sheet during his time there.
Yeah, talk about a quality school as well, too. You know, Drake Stars, Trammell, and Anthony Murphy, DJ Wilkins, those guys all played there as well. So that's a really, really good program down there in Florida that Bradley was able to get Roberts from, and some success at the Valley level for sure.
Mast baseline had it spin out. Smith trying to get by Hickman. Hickman stayed with it the whole way, but is going to get whistled for a foul.
Yeah, that's where Smith is so dangerous. Just getting his defender off the bounce a little bit, going to the hoop. We've seen flashes from him tonight. We know he hasn't shot at a very high clip, but another opportunity right there for him to get some harder points.
Well, Smith, the highest volume shooter on this team by a landslide, not just tonight, but last year as well. Shot 145 threes a year ago, which is well over a quarter of the team's
That's
threes.
a lot of 3 balls.
And you can see why he's knocked down a couple of deep ones tonight. He's got 13 points, which leads all Miners. Singleton with 12. Strouting with 10. Mini run by the Miners. Approaching 8 minutes to play. Comes that zone again for Missouri S&T.
Yeah, I like this spacing a lot. Great pass there by Roberts.
Kent was caught, kicked it out. Good ball movement by the Braves. Mast on the short baseline.
Overload far side. Great passing.
It continues. They find Leons to Mast, who's fouled. Actually might have done a Braves a disservice because Roberts was there coincidentally to clean it up. But in any event, really good effort by the Braves on the ball movement and the
At Skill, innovation has always powered us. And now Skill runs on advanced lithium battery technology with 5-minute recharging, powering your tools and your tech. Skill, what powers you?
My daughter has type 2 diabetes, and lately I've seen this change in her.
Once weekly Trulicity is proven to help lower A1C. It lowers blood sugar from the first dose, and you could lose up to 10 pounds. Trulicity is for type 2 diabetes. It isn't for people with type 1 diabetes. It's not approved for use in children. Don't take Trulicity if you're allergic to it. You or your family have medullary thyroid cancer or have multiple endocrine neoplasia syndrome type 2. Stop Trulicity and call your doctor right away if you have an allergic reaction, a lump or swelling in your neck, severe stomach pain, changes in vision, or diabetic retinopathy. Serious side effects may include pancreatitis. Taking Trulicity with sulfonylurea or insulin raises low blood sugar risk. Side effects include nausea, vomiting, and diarrhea, which can lead to dehydration and may worsen kidney problems. Ask your doctor about once weekly Trulicity.
Here in Peoria, Bradley leading by 18, but some news around the Valley today that broke this afternoon, and that's that Loyola after this year will be heading to the Atlantic 10 Conference after just 8 years or 9 years in the Valley. Of course, a lot of success around basketball as well, and the Valley came out and said in its 115-year history, the Missouri Valley Conference has undergone many changes in membership. The Valley will continue to remain proactive and progressive as we navigate the current collegiate environment, said Commissioner Jeff Jackson. Loyola Chicago has been a valued member of the Missouri Valley Conference, and we wish Loyola all the best as it begins its next chapter. And it's been kind of a fun little rivalry that's been brewing between Bradley and Loyola. There was that 4-year stretch where it was only one of those two schools that got the automatic bid. So been fun, but Belmont will be joining the ranks a year from now. A tremendous basketball program too, and I'm excited to see what the Valley does.
Conference realignment is rampant right now, so hey, good for Loyola. Maybe not so good for the Valley losing one of its premier schools, but I remember the last time Loyola played in this building with fans. What a wild game that, Bradley, a last-second shot that Elijah Childs had halfway down. But what a fun rivalry it's been in the short 8 years that Loyola's been in the league. Unfortunate that they're leaving, but a great opportunity for the Ramblers program to advance up.
Bradley, again, leading by 20, is led by as many as 24. Rink Mass continues his activity in the starting row, loses that one, and it's saved in. Good hustle by the Miners. Anthony to stroll up the timeline. Finds Smith, hands to Vaughn, to Froby. Kent on Anthony, spins back baseline, didn't draw anything. Howell the other way will look to push in transition, lands for three is short. And Vaughn the rebound. The Braves are going to push it this year. They have the personnel to get up and down the floor. Their pace is ranked 36th in the nation going into tonight as Smith knocks down a long deuce, averaging 15.1 seconds offensively.
And Brian Worrell's going to get a timeout.
Timeout taken by Bradley, and looks like Boya Henry Hickman will check in. And that's the thing about this program, is that over recent years, they really started to pick up the pace early on. You didn't see it as much, but that was because they didn't necessarily have the personnel to do it. But now you have a group that feel like can get up and down the floor a little bit more.
Well, and the Valley, what's it known for? It's hard-nosed defense, right? So what is so imperative in your non-conference for Bradley is to kind of identify your fast break offense, because you're not going to have too many of those opportunities in the Valley. If you can get out in transition and you can score without facing, all these tough defensive teams and the half court,
100%.
I mean, it's free points, and those are the type of things that really turn, the tide of the game is the fast break points in the Valley. So, make it a big priority in the non-conference. Get these guys accustomed to playing that style, and it's going to really transition well to when it comes to conference time.
Yeah, if you don't take, maybe your first really good opportunity, you might not get one right, as Kent buries a three.
And that was the first opportunity on that possession as well. Just a quick little pass over to Kent, and he's going to have to do that. The green light to shoot anytime he's got a couple feet of space.
No question, especially to your point, Matt, when you get into Valley play. So that one's off the mark, and again, the Braves out of a timeout come up with something great, get a great look, knock down a three. They turn it over on this trip.
But there's that's a perfect example of what Bradley's trying. That's a learning lesson right there, okay? So you get it, you're moving up the court in transition, 4 seconds off the shot clock. Calm down a little bit though, right? That's a turnover that we can clean up, that Bradley can clean up and say, hey, we learned from this. You know, let's get into our offense though. Let's not try to rush things.
Defensively, Hickman is on top of Smith.
All over him. Looked like he got away with the little shoulder there, but I think I got Hickman on that. Pretty solid defense. That's what Brian Wardle's saying too. It's pretty solid defense. I agree, Coach. You're getting there, look at it. Tough one-on move by Smith, but
I wonder if, speculate, it's one of those where they call out at the beginning of the year and then it sort of fizzles out as the year goes on.
Something to look for sure.
Smith makes the first. He now has 18. That leads all scorers in this ball game. Sean Henry with 17 for Bradley. He's got a double-double now. He did get that 10th rebound.
We knew Smith could score, but Bradley's definitely made him earn his points tonight, no doubt about it. Again, there, look at this zone. Great passing.
You get the middle touch from Henry, who had it taken away. There's a streaking Singleton up with the left, and Kent is whistling for the foul.
Yeah, Singleton is a good little player, too. I mean, he runs the floor well. He's got the offense running in full pace there when he gets the ball in transition. He's tough to stop, and we've seen him in the first half early on. Really nifty around the hoop and hitting the offensive glass as well. That's what you got to do right there, take him to the body of the defender.
Singleton makes the first. He's got 13. Now he's 10 of 11 from the line.
Very impressive. Very impressive indeed.
That one sort of laid out easily for Froby, and he takes it on in. Telegraph that pass.
Yeah, absolutely great job by Froby as well, jumping that passing lane. Okay, Caden Froby is one of the basketball dynasty names in Lincoln. I mean, here you go.
There you go for Boya, who throws it down.
Another easy flush there from Boya. Great passing as well by the Braves, leading to that opportunity.
Backdoor cut for Froby, who lays it in off the glass.
And going back to my previous point, he's got a couple sisters who are all-state basketball players as well. So the Froby family in Lincoln is one of the top names in terms of the Railers and what they bring to the basketball community as well.
On the other end, Roberts showcased his speed. Wing 3 is off the mark from Parker. Roberts was going to pull it out. Yeah. No one stopped him, and he goes in. Tip back, no. Boya tries again, had it blocked. Henry with 14 to shoot. Hickman catch and shoot 3, no. And the rebound goes to Smith.
You got to stop him. He's going all the way to the rack. I mean, anytime he's got the ball, you know, Smith is going for it.
Kent, here comes a 2-on-1. Kent is hit hard.
Nice use there. Get the Euro step to kind of try to step past the defender, draw the contact. Good opportunity here for Kent as you see the nice pass down low to Ari Boya. The big flush.
Come check it out.
It may not be music to your ears, but as long as it's music to theirs, bring the volume back to the venue with exclusive ticket access to unmissable events. One of the many reasons you're with Amex Platinum.
So I'm going too, right?
You ready? Make your family proud. Let's go!
Disney's Encanto has critics raving.
Salud.
It's a mystery full of hidden secrets that keeps surprising you.
The magic is strong.
Disney's Encanto is enchanting. From the studio that brought you Frozen comes a movie experience you can only see in theaters.
What's your gift?
I say my real gift was acting.
Disney's Encanto, rated PG, only in theaters. Tickets available now.
See that.
Valpo at Stanford.
3:47 to go. Bradley leading Missouri S&T 82-64. Have been in control here in the second half. There's other action going on in the Valley. The big one, I don't know if you got it pulled up, at Murray State. What is it, 12-point win at Illinois State?
Yeah, it looks like Murray State beats the Redbirds tonight in normal. Pretty good win for Murray State. ISU was a pretty nice start to the season for the Redbirds, but fall short tonight.
No question about it. Loyola all over Chicago State on the north side of Chicago, 90-54. Evansville defeats DePaul. That's DePaul with the W, not DePaul, 69-58. And then there's some pretty good action going on tomorrow that you talked about in the commercial break too.
Yeah, Northern Iowa on the road at number 16 Arkansas. It's a really good challenge for Northern Iowa. I mean, they're 1-2 to start the season, so that'd be a great quality win for them on the road if they were able to pick it up. Valpo on the road at Stanford, and then as well on Thursday, Indiana State on the road at Old Dominion. So some really good non-conference games for the Valley. They need to start picking some of them up in terms of RPI and stuff like that, but hey, it's still early on in the season for sure.
You mentioned Northern Iowa. They're going to be the first Valley opponent again. If you missed it, we went over the schedules. That'll be on a week from Wednesday. That one-off Valley matchup before they kick it into full swing early on in January.
And I am sure A.J. Green is ready to be back on the court in the Valley. I mean, the Panthers have missed him last year for sure, but what a player he is.
No question about it. Henry, Leons, they post up Mast on the low block. One dribble goes up with the baby hook and connect.
Well done by Rink Mast, and a really good offensive set there from the Braves to get a nice post flick to Mast. He's able to convert there with a little bunny hook. Up to 10 points now, double figures for Rink Mast.
Blocked by Leons, cleaned up, however, by Stroding. Roberts the other way, crosses over, tried with the reverse, couldn't finish.
Yeah, nice take there by Roberts. Like you said though, Brian, not able to finish. A little English on that shot. Good shot fake there.
Parker with the teardrop, no good. And it goes back to Bradley.
You see, I like this from the Braves. Up 19 here at the end of the game. You know, we mentioned still trying to work on that chemistry, work on the lineup. A 19-point game with 2.5 minutes to go. They still got, you know, some of their starters out there getting some more chemistry and really moving the ball well.
And you're getting a look at really the 2 point guards, the top 2 ball handlers on the floor at the same time with Roberts and Howell as Leons is fouled.
That's a great dynamic to have too. You got 2 primary ball handlers on the floor. You got a lot of options you can run sets through. As you see one of those guys, there you go, Leons going to the hoop. Tough fall there. Going into one of our cameramen. Well done there, keeping that shot.
And Matt, this is the case every year, regardless of how much roster turnover you have, but in particular when you do have quite a bit like Bradley does with a lot of newcomers. It takes a while to settle into that rotation, figure it out. And eventually over time, it does start to shorten once people carve out their own roles and figure out, you know, what works best for each specific group and unit.
Yeah, no doubt about it. You know, Brian Ward always says, hey, we got 9, 10 guys we're going to play at the beginning of the season, and you know, guys start learning their roles and earning more minutes and stuff like that towards the end of the season. You're going to see, you know, 7 guys play most of the minutes, maybe an 8th guy just foul trouble. So this is a really valuable time in this part of the season to kind of learn who those guys are going to be stepping into those big time minutes.
Curious Hannah checks in for Bradley. As Leons makes good on a pair. He's got 13, second straight game in double figures for him. The Braves got a 2-on-1, tried to get it ahead to Leons. But Apaya Brafo just didn't give up on the play, and otherwise that would have been another highlight slam for Bradley.
Yeah, it could have been. We got 3 guys out on the fast break who could have made it happen with Henry and Hannah and Leons. But how about a warm hand for Deshaun Henry? Back after missing a game with an illness, 17 points for Henry tonight. He was tremendous.
Yeah, he was outstanding, really ignited that run in the midpoint of the first half. The Braves have not looked back since. Zeke Montgomery also checks in for the first time, the freshman out of Louisville. Hannah well short on the jumper. Leon's again influencing in the paint. Icano, right side of the lane, stops on a dime, left it short. Vaughn, Lagarde, Singleton on the stutter step dribble, had it blocked by Hanna, and it'll stay with Missouri S&T. As Connor Hinkman and Connor Linke will check in for Bradley.
And Brian, I want to take a moment as well to say Rink Mass left the game a couple minutes ago. 10 points, 9 rebounds, one away from that double-double, whose record he would have tied the most double-doubles first 3 games of the season. Whenever you got the chance to put number 31 in the broadcast, you have to. Joe Allen. How about that? Joe Allen was the last guy to do that in a Bradley uniform. So not quite there for Rink Mass tonight, but really good company.
Hickman. Montgomery missed one moments ago. This time he connects from deep.
Love to see that. Zeke Montgomery getting on the board. The 3 ball to match his number. Well done, Zeke Montgomery, knocking down the corner 3.
His first points as a Brave. And he makes it a 90 spot for Bradley here at home. Hanna anticipated that one well. Behind the back dribble, here comes Hanna, who lays it in.
How about that move from Darius Hanna in the open court? Behind the back dribble, able to finish at the hoop off the glass. Impressive second half here from the Braves.
Bradley led by 13 at the break. Has doubled that margin here in the second half. As the final horn sounds and Bradley picks up their first win of the year in convincing fashion. 92-66 over Missouri S&T. And Matt, quickly before we wrap it up, you know, Missouri S&T, Bradley, they're kind of trading blows early. The Miners really brought the effort and intensity all night, but then Braves have a couple emphatic runs and big dunks, get the crowd involved, and they really ran away with it the rest of the way.
Yeah, you got to give the Miners a lot of credit. They played very, very hard tonight, but Bradley was able to share the ball tremendously well tonight, get out in the fast break, knock down some 3-pointers, and you know what? Bradley looked pretty good tonight. So, hey, always good to get your first win on the season. Hopefully take this momentum now as you go down. You're playing a very quality tournament this weekend to see what the Braves can do down there.
And no question, some momentum heading into St. Thomas. Let's see how they do. And what we're talking about next time we have the game here on the Valley on ESPN, that'll be a week from Saturday against Maine, but Bradley, Colorado State first. Combination of Brown and Creighton to follow after that as the Braves pick up their first win of the year. So that'll wrap it up here from Carver Arena here in downtown Peoria, Illinois. For my partner Matt McLean and our production crew at Chef Tech, I'm Brian Vito saying so long from Carver, where the final is the Bradley Braves 92, the Missouri S&T Miners 66. This has been a presentation of ESPN.